Here's another video, this time looking at handling data. Today we'll be looking at averages, how to put data into tables, and how to do an effective survey. Okay, let's look at the averages first. We have the three averages: mean, median and mode. Mean is where you add them together and you divide by how many there are. So here I want to find the mean of 4, 7, 2, 1 and 1. I add all these together to get 15. There are 5 items of data, so I divide the total of 15 by 5 to get 3. Median, you order lowest to highest or highest to lowest, and you simply find the middle value. So in this case, I have these numbers 3, 2, 7, 8, 5, 14. I order them 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 14, and then I cross one off from each end, next one in, and so forth to get to the middle. Now, if I end up with one number in the middle, that's fine, that's a median. But in this case, I've ended up with both 5 and 7 in the middle. So I find the middle of those two numbers, which is, in this case, 6. So if you end up on the median with one number in the middle, that's fine. If you end up with 2, find the middle in between those two numbers. Okay, the mode is simply the most common item of data, the excuse me, the number that occurs the most often. So, in this example up here, the mode would be 1, because I've got 2 1s, I've only got 1 2, 1 7 and 1 4. In the example here, there wouldn't be a mode. My data is 3, 2, 7, 8, 5, 14, all different. So with the mode, if you've got, so really in this case you've got 6 modes, they're all the mode because they're all the most common. So mode only really counts, only really works for anything if you've got 1, possibly 2 modes. In the exam at foundation level GCSE, you'll get a question just with one number will be the most common. Okay, moving on. Now we're looking at grouped frequency tables. This is when you get your data and you put it into a group frequency table, or a tally chart is sometimes called. So you have your boundaries here. The important thing about your boundaries, see mine go from 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, is there are no gaps. Now you could say, well, what about 10.5? But at foundation level GCSE, you'll only get discrete data. And discrete data is whole number data. Data that can only be whole numbers. For example, the number of chairs in a room, or number of people in a room, or something like that. So as long as you don't have 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, that would be wrong, because you'd have overlap and 10 could go in either column, either row. As long as you don't have that, you should be fine. Don't worry about the decimal point gap in between them. So go 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. Also, make sure these are the same distance. Like this is 10, 10, 10, 10. They're all 10 apart. I'm saying 10 because I'm including the 1. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 10. 10 items of data, 10 numbers that are covered in there. Okay, so I get these, making sure that they're the same distance apart, making sure there's no overlap and no whole number gaps, and then I just get my data and I tally it in here. So 14 is between 11 and 20, 23 is between 21 and 30, etc. And then my frequency is simply the number of each of my tallies. So that's pretty straightforward, putting data into a group frequency table. Questionnaires. Now, in the exam, they'll ask you, they'll say someone wants to do a questionnaire, and they'll give you a scenario. They'll give you a situation that a person is in, and they'll mention a location, a time, and the question. And generally, there's something wrong with most of these, and you just have to improve upon what they're doing. The location, is it appropriate? Classic is they're standing outside Tesco's asking about people about opinions about Morrison's. Obviously that's a bit silly, because if they liked Morrison's, they'd be at Morrison's, not Tesco's, so that's bias. Bias is when a survey, a question, a location, part of the survey, a questionnaire leads us down a certain path, okay? So that's a biased location. You shouldn't really be doing that. Times. If it's during the day, you're not including people at work. If it's in the evening, you're not including people who might be around during the day. You just think carefully about the times. Does the time that they've got make sense? How could you improve and get a better time? The question itself, is it leading? Classics are, you do like football, don't you? And so make sure it's a nice, clear question which isn't leading, doesn't lead them down a certain path. And response boxes, exactly the same as the tally chart or group frequency table here. Make sure there are no overlap or gaps. So here I'm saying this could be for how many bits of homework you get a week. 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15 and 16 plus. Remember that end one. A lot of people would stop on 15, but make sure your response boxes cover all eventualities. Okay, thank you.